Hello everybody, I'm Jeff, I'm a wizard. This is a horoscope that's a little bit special. It's episode 22. 22 I would say means self-care, love, or meeting or joining, maybe. But I just thought, wouldn't it be a nice thing to do for ourselves if we could all make a lot of money? So I'm going to focus on making money. You say out loud what sign would help me the most, then the first option that pops in your head, you go to the timestamps in the description box, the comment section. It's always clickable in the description box, by the way, now, so YouTube fixed that. Actually, we shouldn't do the comment section anymore, but I'm gonna do it like it's a tradition, whatever. So you can skip right ahead to your section, and I'm gonna start by sharing a little bit of insight that I learned about myself regarding the subject of making moneyz, because I have a very, very long time history of having money problems. But it's become more and more clear that I can manifest really well. So I seem to have everything I need at all times. I have food every day. I see that life gives me things. It gives me what I want without the requirement of money. And lately I've actually started seeing that the problem is not that I don't know how to manifest money, because I do. The problem is that I also manifest the problem, because the problem, I think the problem, having the money problem gives me something. Okay, so that's, I think, an important little insight to have, that the problem you have is maybe something you are actually creating. So you're choosing to make it. So the solution is not how to manifest an answer to this problem. The solution is more to stop making the problem. Okay? I recently had a relationship that made me really look at a split part in myself, because I always try to see everybody outside of me as a part in me. So if I come into conflict with somebody, then I say, okay, so what is the part in me that represents? And I noticed that it's the part of me that it's like split in the way that it does everything it possibly can, all the time, 24/7. Like I break my own back trying to do everything for myself, to make myself happy. And that same part gets very upset and stressed, very anxious, when it does everything it can, and it has done everything it can, and it gets exhausted, and I'm still not happy. So, and I'm still not really to the full core of it, but like, because I can see both. I can see, first of all, like, that part shouldn't expect me to be happy. That self-care should be automatic. That should be happening without the result. So there's this weird negotiation going on that shouldn't be going on, like that care, that support, or that sort of basic health thing, and you give yourself should be automated. Like, even when you're down, when you still feel like shit, that should not affect us. And then for myself, I've always tried to stay in that problem position. By the way, this is a flower with 7 flowers. So it is super magical. Just saying, it's here. Wow, I really deflected there. Wow, I'm good. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I create this problem because I think it will give me intimacy and affection that I really desire. And that's why I've noticed in myself that if I take steps to really take care of myself, if I'm cooking dinners and vegetables for myself, and I'm actually like coming out of a deficit with money, I get so depressed. I get so sad. I can sit there, I made my broccoli, and I make it, I sit down to eat it, and it's like I lose all will to live. And I think that's because I come from a situation where if I showed that I could take care of myself, I got abandoned. So to get the love I need, I needed to make a problem. I needed to make a problem, and then I could get help, and then somebody would be there for me. And I keep finding myself in that weird little break line of tension. But it's weird because I still seem to have these tendencies, but while at the same time I'm growing in the way that I am getting this intimacy and affection. But I'm having trouble accepting it because it's okay, because it still seems to be one or the other. Either I get the support and care, or I get intimacy and affection, and I can't seem to find both. It's weird. But that was just a little insight into how I'm evolving. And the point I'm making is that I am a really good manifester. So I can I've basically manifested this as my backyard. So hello. And I seem to really get everything I want. But I'm still creating this deficit. The same with the health. I'm creating where I'm basically, it's psychosomatic. It's super psychosomatic. I'm actually healthy and I can do really well, but I'm in a chronic pain and in a chronic fatigue. And it's like a constant cry just to ask for help or care, or to. Also because I run into situations where I run into people who need me to have a problem so they can be the fixer, so they can feel worthy. So then, but that's the problem, is that usually they don't really want to solve the problem unconsciously, because if I don't have the problem anymore, I wouldn't need them anymore. Capiche? So I need to learn that's not always the case, and that there's a possibility to have the and. I just need to have faith in that, but it feels like a leap of faith. And what you do is you keep yourself in the cycles of meeting these parts outside of you until you like. And that's frustrating, because it reinforces the idea that that's the only way there is. So to get outside of that is it's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith. Okay. Well, that was long and personal. It's a heavy subject for me, but for the first time I seem to be finding I'm getting out of the shame somehow, or I'm getting out of the shame, because it makes you very ashamed. It's like constantly struggling with this, and it really pulls you down and makes you depressed, and especially lately, since I realized I'm the one doing it, it's like, it's a heavy negotiation inside myself, bit of a stalemate. Okay, now let's go to the horoscope part. Let's see what I can do for you, or what steps you need to take to become rich, filthy rich. Okay. Ooh. So we start with Aries, as always. Oh, and they're here. 1, 2, 3. I wanted to say 1, 2, 3, and then the cards didn't let me, so that was annoying. Okay, let's see with the light here. We have this 8 of Wands, this fast movement, Schnellheit, rainbows in the sky, and then this Page of Cups. This Page of Cups. Okay. Like the lighting is difficult, but the camera is hanging in a tree. So put my cap back on. I'm an Aries. It's thematic, right? Aries. Okay. Your Page of the Cups. The Pisces, your faith. This is about your faith, Aries. You have my problem because I'm an Aries. The things can change really fast. It can all happen for you. It can all happen. But there's the part of you that doesn't really believe it. Now, I've been having the same message, and that's very annoying because what can you do, right? It's you kind of do believe. Why wouldn't you believe? Because if you didn't believe, then there would be no hope. So you have hope. But then there's this part of you that has been watching this this problem that has been going on, and how do you prove it? You know, when it never happened, or when you always get the contrary, and it makes you emotional, right? It's this sort of melancholy pit of despair, like the swirling despair of this undertow. What I would suggest is what I'm doing right now, is to kind of let that part speak out loud. Say, okay, I'm just gonna do it for you. I'm just gonna try to do it for you. Okay, so I'm your despair. Hello. Like, it's never gonna stop, is it? It's never gonna stop. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. This is just terrible. Nothing I try is good enough, and nothing I try works, and it's like a hell. I think I'm in hell. I'm not sure if this is like, I think I'm being like this. I don't know if this is some sort of slow torture that is going on, that I'm just never gonna escape from. And oh my God, no, this self-fulfilling prophecy feeling of like, I'm afraid I'm always gonna have this problem all my life, and that's exactly probably what I'm gonna get. That's exactly where we're gonna end up, and we're gonna have nobody to blame but ourselves. Yeesh. It made me anxious. That part made me really anxious. And something that helps me, but you have to find that part for yourself. What helps me is I watch a lot of anime, or you could watch superhero things, whatever, or whatever stories you like to read. I try to find characters that I know have the energy to get me out of that, and I try to tap into that, to feel that. For example, like this show Hunter, there's this Gon character, and I really like try to find that child part in me that's just the optimist. You know what? Like, I'm never gonna stop trying. Gambare. I'm never gonna quit until I reach it and find this passion inside, and this sense of adventure. You know, that's always what I tell myself. Buddy, we're gonna see this through till the very end. Okay, I'm never gonna stop trying, and we're gonna see it through. Because when you really go into the despair, you'll find that there's a level under that doesn't give up, that just wants to, because that part still thinks, what if around the corner, that's where it is. So you get it back up. But it really helps to sit with that part of you that's just like, and see this card a bit? It's like sort of being dragged into this sentimentality. Sit with that and allow that to be, because that helps me. It gives me relief. It's like when I just did, it's like it's never gonna get better, and then really feel, it's just sitting there. It's like, oh fuck, maybe he's right. And then something else takes over. It's like I'm gonna keep trying, because why wouldn't I? Something like that. Okay, thank you, Aries. Hope that helps you. Taurus, 1, 2, 3. Taurus, Taurians. We have this lust card, kind of the strength card. It's upside down. And then also there's a 10 of chalices, 10 of cups, upside down. It's kind of the same thing. Look, it's like this when upside down. See this this red here, this core, and then this shining light, the same from this core. So how do you get richies? Ooh. Okay, Taurus, this is important, this is deep, and usually sexual. Your blocks are coming from because you think that having the happiness, having success, having the money, doesn't align with you having your deepest desires, with you tapping into your deep urges, or your sexual desires, the sex you really want, or the thing you really want, you believe you can't have. Or like I said in the beginning, it's where it's like, it seems to be either one or the other, either satisfaction or having the money or the support or the stability. And you need to go deep inside and really, first of all, just accept that they are one and the same. Following your deep desires, allowing, giving that to yourself. And it all starts with, like, the same for me, because I have the problem where I seem to always be locked out of it. Like I can get a lot of things, but that one thing I really want is something that I can't seem to give myself. It really comes down to not going into the despair and just saying, like, yeah, I want that. I want it, period. And let it go, give it into Jesus' hands. The letting go part is hard. I find myself that I often say it and then I'll keep wallowing still in what happened. Did I miss it? Did I do something wrong? What can I do to get it? I go into this crampy mode. And I just need to believe, and you do too, Taurus, that you can get it. And that starts with, that's what it is. It starts with accepting that you want it. And that, what happens, I feel my heart opening up when I do that. Whoa, a duck just came up out of water, out of nowhere. Crazy. Fuck my heart. I hope in my heart. But that brings a lot of pain. So you say, yes, that's what I want. And then you just expect it again. And then I kind of have to wrestle with the disappointment you felt. And kind of, and again, the key is to embrace that disappointment. Give that a hug, say, I know this is painful, but it's what you want. And realize that it's been you that's been blocking it, because you think that it will put you away from stability or put you away from safety, and it's not. It's one and the same. Deep inside, those nasty feelings you have, those deep urges, that thing you really want to do, but think you can't have, that's where you have to ask. And then the money will flow from that. It's you have to take that leap of faith. Just expect that and it is both. You know that usually when people do that one thing that they're so good at, that one thing that they're quirky at or weird at, it brings them the ultimate happiness. Yeah, we all know that. We all see the singing competitions and the shows where the character is not successful until he sort of embraces that part that she thinks that everybody hates, and then suddenly it's like amazing and everything and all the happiness. You want that? Yes? Well, be your weird self and accept that you want it and allow that to be painful. Okay? But then just stop pulling at it because you want it. There's nothing you can do to stop that. You're always gonna want it and you're gonna get it. Yes. Moving on to Gemini. I was gonna do not. Just gonna do it because I've been getting Gemini a lot. So I thought maybe I do a separate video, but now I don't want to because this is already happening. Ace of Swords, a crown, a 2 of 4 or 2? What is this? 2. 2 of Swords. A lot of swords, typical Gemini. You always have to overthink it, right? Always have to make it complicated. This rose, look at this rose. This rose. Somebody sent me something about the Rosicrucians or something. It's occult old thing. Decision. A decision and an idea. But why did I? The crown, the sun. Crown, sun, decision. Okay, Gemini, the path to your success, what you need to do is you've been splitting your energies too much into different things, and you kind of have to, the leap of faith you have to take is kind of you have the right idea. You have the right idea, you've been doing the right thing, and now it's kind of time to back that up and go for it. Take the decision, take that leap of faith, and kind of allow things to be floaty and nowhere at the moment. But the point is that the right idea is that one thing that you like doing the most, and where you have the biggest childlike expectations or dreams from. And you kind of have to put all that overthinking and analyzing aside. Just keep going for it. Just take that sword and keep going. And because like, see this rose, and it's like the swords are splitting it. It's like because you're overthinking it, you're kind of killing it at the same time. Or you're putting your eggs in different baskets because you're trying to be sensible, you're trying to be reasonable, you're trying to be logical. That's what's hurting you right now. You're afraid, so you're holding back. So it's like you're kind of keeping the catapult at the pull, right? And all you need to do is let go and kind of wait. And you're gonna hit your mark, but it's kind of scary when it's in the air and you're like, "Ooh, is it gonna hit it? Can I hit it?" And if you don't hit it, you just pull the catapult again, Gemini. It's about persistency and kind of the not thinking part and the just doing part. Good luck, Gemini. Okay, thank you. Good, I have short. Cancerians. 1, 2, 3. Cancerians. Oh me. Oh my. Wait. Is this the right way up? Yes. So we have the Hanged Man in reversed and the Wheel of Fortune or luck here. So yeah, that's good. That's very good for you. Cancerians, that's good for you. So that means, wait, I was looking at this Hanged Man and then I was like, should it be upside, the right way up or upside down? It's upside down. I'm thinking here. I wanted to say first that it's like you're coming out of the Hanged Man period. Like you could say, like you have been looking at things in a different way, but now I'm saying like, no, that's wrong. That's all wrong what you're saying. So you need to look at things in a different, no, also wrong. Huh? The Hanged Man. I keep looking at that Egyptian symbol, that Ang or something. Okay. So what Cancers, what you need is a shift in your mentality to get to tap into your luck. Or okay, no, leave the luck card. Just know that you got the golden card, and it means you have luck. You have a lot of luck. You have a lot of luck, and you need to change the way you are working with the world and the universe. You're still looking at yourself as this. You're hanging there. You're hanging there. You're the Hanged Man. You feel like you're hanging on the wire, a bit stuck, or a bit like, what else can I do? A bit not feeling the control or thinking that that's sort of how it works. Like you hang on this thread here and you have to make the best of it. You need to turn that around. And you are not hanging, you are being brought up, you are being supported, you are standing, you have to not think of yourself hanging on a cord. You have to think of yourselves rooted in the earth and being supported. And you can see that as you want, like from your ancestors, you know, like from ancient times, there's been, or all your lives ago, you've been on this, they all are behind you. Do you know The Last Airbender, the cartoon with Aang, when he goes into the avatar state, like he goes into this line and he sees all the lines of the previous avatars before him, like he taps into that. Like, and he gets all that experience from all those people before him who have walked the same path, or his previous lives, or his previous reincarnations. And you need to realize that too. You are here, you have that power, you have that, just choose to tap into that. And you have to kind of train that image in your head and kind of start feeling that, like, I have the control and I have all of this backing me up. And then just ask Mother Earth, help me, give me the strength, give me the wisdom, give me the prosperity that I want. And realize that that is available to you. It is available to you. It is available to you. It is available to you. You just have to ask for it. And realize that that you get it, that it's not a chance thing, that it's not up to faith, that you... it's your power. So use it. Change that mentality. See? Flatter. Okay. Then, Lions. 1, 2, 3. Lions. Yeah, with this Knight or King. I'm going to say more Knight here. Because of the action of Wands. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of love. And then with this 8 of Cups. It says slowness. I'm like, it's a gray sky. Seems like such a dreary. Lions. Like, short answer is to get your money. Lions, what you need to do is figure out, no, stop running from your emotions. Stop. In the back of, you want to do this, you want to go for it. You know you can. You know you have the talents. You know you have the skills and the. You know you got it. Like, that's not the problem, right? That's the weird thing. You know it, but in the back of you, you're this. This is your emotional state. It's just a stormy sky. Kind of a mess. And it's blocking you, it's holding you down. And the point kind of is to go into that, to really, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's really easy. It's really sit down and say, okay, why am I feeling this way? You feel it, this feeling, stormy thing, or this, like this being pulled at different directions. Like, go feel it. Say, why is this coming from? What is my problem? What do I want? You know, like, try to get really close to that, and you'll start getting some answers. And it really helps talk out loud, write. I can't emphasize this enough. When you take a pen and you write things down, however you feel about it, however you think it is, after writing 2 phrases, it changes. It's so helpful. For me it is, because I'm a mess inside. I think so much, I have these ideas so much faster than I can process them. So they're all very emotionally charged. So it's like very hard for me to keep, to take logic and take that a couple steps forward without having to be, become angry, sad, blah, 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 and that changes. So I really need to split it. I need to take time to say, okay, wait, let me pedal back. I just thought that idea and I felt this way. What was that about? Okay, just take that, write that down, and then this happened. Then I jump to that. Okay, write that down, and then, like, slowly analyze it a bit. Slow down in that. And that's gonna reinforce you into what it is that you want, what it is that you truly desire, and then you're gonna feel the moment, or the drive again. The drive again. Yeah, Lions, Leos. it's kind of hard on you. Like it feels like the time is the hardest on you in a way, because it seems like nobody's really pitying you, or everybody. The message I've been hearing for Leo is you just gotta go do it. You just gotta go. You're being too you're being too arrogant, kind of, or you're being too stubborn. Like they're giving you a pretty hard time, and I think that represents you. You are giving yourself a very hard time, because before you're even going for it, you kind of have this expectancy of yourself to already have it, and I think you're so afraid of not matching up to that idea that you feel you are inside, that you're kind of keeping yourself before that, because it's kind of, you think it's a more comfortable place to be in, the place where you know you have the potential and all of these things are possible, than to go for it and kind of learn that it's not possible, you know? You're scared, and the deflection is being very hard on yourself, because when you're hard on yourself, you go into this defensive mode and you say, leave me alone, I don't want it, whatever, shut up. And that's a deflection from the fact that it's like, that part is saying, I don't know if I can do it. Everybody seems to think I can do it so easily, and I feel it, but I just really don't know. Like, that part of me exists that really feels weak and stupid, and doesn't think I'm all that special. Yeah, go into that part and allow those waters to run, and that will integrate those parts a bit. That part of you that thinks that knows that it's special, and that part of you that that really doesn't feel it, or like is afraid of failing. You need to integrate that part. And stop doing that game where you give yourself so much slack and have to be angry at yourself or grumpy. Yeah. Okay. Lines. Thank you. Lines. Virgos. 1, 2, 3. How are we? We want money. Okay, I have this. There's 4 of the light is better. It's easier. It's 4, but my hair is not. So, priorities. 4 of Wands. Satisfaction, kind of, but hitting the mark. Keep looking at the animals, like the bird and the Taurus or the Aries. Yeah, it's that intersection of freedom and commitment. Wow, put that in a book. Intersection of freedom and commitment. Yeah, it's like that's the thing, right? It's where those 2 lines meet. That's where our ultimate happiness is. Like in the working hard and doing what you love, right? That magic point, X marks the spot. That's where it's at. And that's where it's supposed to be. What song is that? I'll think of that later. 5 of Cups is your second card. Why is that here? Virgos, the key to the money is the choosing happiness, kind of overcoming past regrets, past disappointments. Okay, Virgos, I'm getting you've had some dreams that just never came to fruition, or where you never got a chance to do, and that's kind of haunting you. Okay, what you need to do, don't go into that. Let's not go into that story, because that's a very depressive story. So that's the point. Don't go into that. You've been there. It's time to overcome this, because I've been learning that the fives, the conflict cards, also really mean overcoming it, right? You've been working hard. You've been working hard, and and that's fine. That's been going, and you're good at that. But there are dreams or things that you kind of had to give up on, or are far away from you. So you have trouble finding that intersection with, like, where do I put all this energy in work? Because I think you have avenues where you can put it in, but you kind of don't want to. And there's this part of you that still has these weird ideas but you don't really know how to get there. And the thing you have to focus on is you have to really believe in magic, and that everything is possible, and then everything can change, and that things you don't think are possible are in fact possible. You need to watch The Matrix, and then you need to listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks, because that's the point where she goes into okay, this happened, that was your past, that happened for a reason, that taught you something, that refined your desires into a special way. So a good story for you to tell yourselves would be, you know what? In previous lives, I've done my dreams, and I've reached sort of a place where I'm doing the thing I loved. However, maybe there was you had a problem, or no, let's say you want to refine the happiness or the joy of reaching those dreams, of getting there. So it's like, how do you make the food taste better? Well, like, wait longer and have more hunger. Kind of. But it helps to think, like, you know what? Previous lives I've had this, and I'm here to learn what it's like to have that be so far away from you and then still find it. Because there's an incredible happiness into that. And I can really attest to that. I've reached results in things that I thought were not possible, and that I thought would just not be for me in this life. It's not going to happen. And then I learned how your reality can change. It can change. You have to start believing in the magic. You have to start realizing that you do not know all the answers. You do not let go of the how, okay? You don't know. You don't know how you're going to get there, but first of all, accept that you want that. You want that satisfaction, and you kind of want to do the things that you're so scared of. And you don't know how you're going to get there, and but you want to get there. And that's all you need to do, and let that go. And then, like, allow yourself to become very playful. Watch a lot of fantasy, watch a lot of things where you can, so your brain becomes flexible in playing with reality, or accepting that there's there's the reality, how reality can change and be reality at the same time. And that comes from the fact that that there are possibilities that we just can't think of, and you have to accept that there are ways or things that you can't fathom. So allow the universe to then open those gates to those possibilities, where you say, like, okay, this always helps me. Say to the universe, okay, show me examples of how impossible things can be possible, and then you'll get beautiful examples, and this faith will grow. And also the trick I always give somebody is, all you need to do is to get closer to your dreams is to just dream and do small things, like let's say you want to be a movie actor, and you have no idea how that could ever be possible for you. Let that go, and then just go with the love. Just watch movies, watch actors you love, copy them, buy mugs with actors on it, buy a mug with I'm an actor on it. learn a scene for yourself. Have fun with it. Takes the smallest kind of steps you can possibly take, and that could be just watching a movie and enjoying it, and that brings you closer to your goals. Yes. Belief, faith, magic. Yes. So that brings us to the Libras of the things. 1, 2, 3 Libra. What is that? I think justice, kind of. This balance. Anyways, the scale. The scale and this 10 of Wands. Suppression. Burdens. Saturn. Saturn. Oh my god, I just drew that on my knee. You can't see that? Okay, fine. It happened. 8. Saturn. And I drew that on my knee. First of all, because I drew it on my knees because Saturn governs the knees. Your basic, your stability. And I think it's symbolic for the old, the parental, the past. Because usually Saturn comes to take things away. Libras. So it's funny that you have this card, first of all. Why wouldn't you? Wow, I'm 8 and 10 or 8, definitely get rich. I seriously heard that today, so 18 is definitely get rich, so that's good for you. Capricorn, making the impossible jumps, balancing. Okay, so Libras, the way to your happiness is to, you have to find the way to connect the old or the structured, or sort of, let's say, to have everything you have under your belt right now, or that you're doing right now, to marry that with the new, the impossible. I think you have specific goals, but you also have something built up, or you have something carefully at place. And the trick is, how are you? It's kind of like, okay, I want to do something new, but I also have this sort of fundament here. Let's say you have a business. I have this business, it's up and running, it takes a lot of my time, it's doing very well, but I've had it so long, now I want to do something else. How is that going to happen? Right? Because am I just going to give that up? How can I do that? But I'm still invested, I still have things to pay off. Now I'm stuck in this, which is fine, but how do I get closer to my other goals? Or how do I now grow? So how do you marry that old? You have all these sticks in the air. You need to keep them in the air, kind of. That's what you think. But you also want more. How do you balance that? How do you grow? But it's weird that it's a balance. Yeah, how do you grow without overburdening yourself? Because if you're already running a business, you can get a hobby, but that's you can't. You're not free in that, right? And you also still want to probably keep it, or you don't know if you want to get rid of it. How do you marry that? That's the point. Is it's Capricorn. How do you make that what you think is an impossible jump? First of all, I think what you need to do right now is surrender to that. Surrender to you don't know. You don't know. You kind of want to, but you don't know what to do and how it's going to go. Let that go and do business as usual. Keep your routine, but at the same time, try to be open for possibilities or for little changes. And just let everything evolve slowly. Keep everything evolving slowly as it has, because you will know if you've had a business or you've had something that you've been working on, it has grown through the time. It has changed. It has become different, way different than you thought it would be. So allow the same to happen and trust yourself. Trust that the bigger part of you knows what you want and is getting you closer to that. So keep doing what you do and let go of the fear that, oh no, I'm putting myself in a tight little corner or I'm narrowing what I can do. Trust that things will evolve and you are going to manifest exactly the life you want. You need to wake up first of all, that you've already manifested everything you wanted, and you're gonna do that again. But just give yourself some time, let things evolve. Because that's how you're going to do it gracefully. You can quit right now and throw everything in the air and just start anew. That's a nice movie, but it's very disruptive and uncomfortable. And it doesn't have to be. You can, if you trust yourself, you'll know that you have a master plan and that you don't know of. Let go of the how, and you're gonna see that things will evolve and that things will slowly turn into more of what you want. And you're going to keep that balance. The lesson you need to learn is that the last thing you need to do is put more things in your basket. I think the best thing you can do is kind of try to make your life as comfortably as you can. Try to make it as fun and comfortably as you can. If you're a boss of a business, you get yourself as many free days as you can. You make sure that you make it so easy on yourself, because that's what it's about. And let go of that idea that you have to bend over backwards or that you have to work so hard if you want to make things grow and keep things going and keep it well, and you want to get bigger, so maybe you want to have to put more effort into that. No. Stop that. Opposite. Create now as much as what you want, and you're going to get that in the future. So if right now you are making free time and happy things for yourself and making it easy, you're going to get more of that in the future. Very simple. If you're going to work really hard and stress, you're going to get more of that. Trust yourself. You're just the plan. There's a plan, you have it, and trust that. Thank you. Now, Capricorn, we're just talking about you. How coincidental. No, Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius, sorry. What is Capricorn up to? Sagittarius. Okay, so we have the Aurelian card here, our 5 of Pentacles, which is upside down. And our Page of Swords. Look at her, battling the sky. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah, so what you need to do is stop solving the problem. Because the problem's not there anymore. But you're kind of putting all your mental effort, like this lady, to solving something, like she's hitting the sky. She's making what? I'm gonna solve this problem because I want things to be this way or this way. And you're doing that so much that somehow you haven't realized that the problem is actually not there anymore. But because you're focusing so much on fighting something, it's like you're getting an opponent. So I think you're recreating, or you're resolving this very slowly, this money problem, because you keep emphasizing the problem part. You keep, like, let's say you have $10,000 or euros in debt, okay? And you work really hard to fix that. You think really hard, you're trying really hard because you want to make it better. And you've been working on that, and now you have 500 euros in debt. You're getting there. It's being slowly solved. But you're not relaxing. You keep... Because from your point of view, it doesn't look like you're making any gains at all. It's like you're working and trying and still solving a problem before you can get to working for yourself and working to make yourself happier. So, how do you solve that right now? You stop fixing that problem. Stop putting your energy there and start putting your energy into doing things that you like to do. And let go of that money thing right now. Let go of it. and start doing things for yourself. Just do things for yourself. Stop making any moves in how to improve your situation or how you can better it, because you already have been improving it. You've already put in the mental work. You've already thought about it. You're doing the best you can. You're doing the best you can, and you're getting there. And you're gonna start having to live in the reality, and that is the reality where that your problem is not that big anymore. You're closer to your goals, and you can let those cares go away. Like just let it float away with the river. I just saw it, looked at the river and the leaves. Yeah, it helps when you see that, but go for a river, look at it. Just let it drift away now, because you've done it. You're doing it. And yeah, it's been heavy, so take some rest now, and just trust that life is gonna improve, okay? Stop. If all those thoughts come up, those angsty thoughts, keep answering them. Keep saying, okay, I know, but there is no problem. We're doing it. It's okay. It's okay. We're doing nothing wrong anymore. The opposite. We're doing good things. Rest. You've been working really hard. Resting is the best thing you could do, because money is health. If you're in a deficit with your energy, body-wise, you're creating a deficit money-wise, because you're living in a reality where you're running in a deficit. So that's why putting your focus on loving yourself, taking care of yourself, doing things that are nice for yourself, doing things that make it pleasant, really just go for the things you want now. And then you'll see that health and that wealth improve. Health is wealth. You're welcome. Now, Capricorns, there we are. You've been coming up. High Priestess, this 2, and this Chariot, the Wagen. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. That's kind of the sign I got once. It's what is here. You will know when to go. You will know when the right time is to go. Trust your intuition. Look for the signs. Okay, Capricorn? It's bringing you to your goals, to your happiness, to your money, to your abundance, to your fancy car. And right now, it's not about working hard. It's not about knowing the answer or thinking about it. It's trusting your instincts now. Just follow the signs. Follow the signs. Follow the white rabbit. You'll know when it's time to go, and or you'll be seeing 1, 2, 3. Literally, I saw it a lot. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so you'll know when the time is there, but you need to trust your guts and your intuition. And trust me, when the sign is there, you're not gonna doubt it. It's not gonna be like, oh, is that the sign? Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign. You'll know, like, oh, I need to go. Like, it's time. It's time. Now, the problem I've been having is like, okay, it's time. For what? What do we do? I still don't know. That's all I can tell you. So follow your instincts. It's a mystery path. You're Capricorn, so you're gonna do something weird that you haven't even thought of yet. So that's why thinking about it, figuring it out is not the best way, because that's just gonna get in the way of your instincts. The best thing you can do is do something completely unrelated, as far away, and that's when your subconscious has the most play to surprise you, or to it's also like this internal thing, like you have to give this sign to yourself. It's like, okay, you say when. I'm gonna lean back now, right? The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yeah. Okay, good, thank you. Aquarius, 1, 2, 3. So I have this page of discs and this death upside down. Show you right way up. Taurus. Death. 13 Scorpio energy. So how are you gonna get the moneyz? Aquarius. What I think it is saying is it's time for sort of this. I think for a big part you have been preparing or living in your head a bit, in your own little world, or staying at home and doing a lot of things. You know what I mean? But that has grown you. That has definitely. It's gonna contribute. It's like Nikola Tesla. He also said it, or he did it. Before he built anything, he completely constructed it in his mind. He worked hours in his brain, thinking it out. Even like making these machines, letting them run inside his head, making these simulations, until he perfected it, and then he would start building it in the 3D in the world. And it's like it's your go time, in the sense that, okay, you're done. You're ready to start implementing. You're ready to start implementing your grand design into the world, to land it on the ground. And that's a bit scary. So that's why you have to see these fractalizations. It's like in your head you've thought of all the ways, you've thought of all the different possibilities, or you already lived a million lives in your head, and now you're ready to go outside. And don't do much, just take it easy. It's supposed to be fun. And start implementing your plan in the 3D slowly, and realize that it's a big plan you have. So you're putting small bricks now, okay? But start laying those small bricks. It's a big plan you have, and it's a big thing that you're gonna make, and you're gonna make it. So now it's just find peace into that, and also push yourself a little bit into getting out of your head and to making some moves in the real world. Okay, take steps forward in the real world. You can still think, you can still like imagine whatever you want, live in your head as much as you want, but at the same time, keep taking steps, keep trying things, keep putting little bricks everywhere, and and let the plan unfold. That's what I would say. Thank you. Pisces. You have the Magus, the magician, and you have the Ten of Swords, Untergang. It's upside down. How do you get your money? You're the magician, that's good. You are kind of a... Okay. Okay, look. What I'm seeing is, you see this is you. This is the thing that is going to manifest your abundance. You feel this energy. It's like the child in you. It's sort of ready. It wants to play. This part of you believes it. This part of you wants to play. It's he knows, or she knows, that it has she has the powers. But then this is kind of blocking it. So you have this 10. It's normally the end of it, or it's over. The hurt is over. But you're still in the hurt. So you're trying to you want to be this, but this is like still on the background, this pain. Pisces, relax, okay? Accept that there are these two parts, and accept that they're a bit in conflict. So what all you need to know is what you need to weird jolt in my leg, but it was a bug biting me. just be conscious of this. When you're feeling this hurt, when you're stuck a bit wallowing or are still feeling painful things, don't try to manifest. Stop it. Stop it. Don't go into the I want this, I wish it was better, please give me this. Just let it go. Just let it go. Say like, okay, this is hurting. This is hurting and that's okay. I know I'm gonna get what I want. I don't have to fix this. I just have to give this time. And then when you're feeling like this, manifest, okay? And slowly, this is gonna dissipate. You're gonna let it go. But I think you're expecting too much of yourself. I think you're putting into this weird corner where it's about faith. Like, oh, I need to have faith. I need to believe. It's because I don't believe, and that's not the problem. But it's making it worse because you're not even looking at this. You're saying like, okay, I'm this magician, but I'm not getting it. Why don't I believe? Like I need to believe more. And actually, it's give yourself a freaking break to heal and to take the time to also have those tears or those moments where you're just down, and that's fine. Accept that. Some moments you're just gonna feel like shit and you're gonna try to make it better, but don't expect that. And the more you give yourself the respect of the time and just allowing it to be, that's fine, because even when you're grieving and sad, good things are still gonna come to you, okay? Just don't mix the two. And it's not like, because first I wanted to say you need to let this go. You just need to let it go, guys. You just need to let it die. Because why would you be stuck in the past? Why would you be unhappy when you can be happy, right? No, that is killing you. That is killing you. This idea. What the best thing I can say, if you use like, no, you're sad. You're sad. Be sad. Give it a while. This magician, it takes a break sometimes. I say that to myself. I say like, okay, the wizard is on a vacation, like it needs to rest. So no more manifesting, no more affirmations, no more trying to do magic, no more like trying to think of nice thoughts. No, nothing. Just stop working. Give yourself that time, and all the money will come. You know you have it, but you're forcing it. You're forcing it, and it's not cool what you're doing to yourself. I do it, so I guess we all need to do some thinking, huh? So I hope that helps. See you next episode. Bye.